You and your team have invested days, nights, money and emotions on your project, whether it is an app, a fork made out of palm trees, or a new car. When is the hands-up moment? When are we ready to issue a first release to the market? Let's walk through the 6 steps that will help us identify what a minimum viable product is and how to maximize its efficiency from the release to the market. Hi, I'm Marco Iannitto. I'm a vehicle engineer and founder of TechDel. In my life, I worked with amazing people on very unique cars, and today I want to share with you how I approach the definition of a minimum viable product to maximize its efficiency and reduce the risk of extra costs. What is a minimum viable product? Well, an MVP is a product that has enough features to attract early customers to validate our concept in an early stage of our development. In an agile development framework, having the possibility to get early feedbacks from the market will help us to adjust our targets before committing a large budget to the product's full development or industrialization. The use of MVP is actually very common to many different industries. If you think about it, softwares have a beta release. Restaurants use a soft opening when the restaurant is not 100% running but they still invite customers over. And in the automotive industries, we use a pre-series to validate our development and manufacturing processes before going in serious production. Let's now see what are the 6 steps to build a great MVP. Step number 1 is to understand why we are launching an MVP. There may be many reasons. In the very early stages of our development, we might look for a proof of concept of our ideas. Let's imagine we are working on a new car. We might think to leak on some social media platform some bodywork sketch of our design to see how the market reacts to our concept. Or it can happen along the development that we need to show to our investors our progresses. In that case, we will probably build a prototype with a certain number of features that will allow the investor to understand how good is our development process going. Or later on in the development, it might be that we want to issue an early series production product to start a debug phase in the market. Step number 2 is to identify the list of features that we need to implement in our MVP and when we're going to be able to release it. We can break it down in 2 parts. The first part is to list down the elements that need to go in our project, in our product, to make sure that it meets the goal that we identified in the first step of this video. The second part is to understand when these features are going to be available along the development program. We as project leaders need to have constant control of our product readiness. Knowing the list of features that need to be implemented, we're going to be able to say when these features are going to be available and therefore when we can release our MVP. Step number 3 is to create a communication channel with your customers. Whether it is an email address or an after-sales team, make sure that your clients can reach you at any time if they have problems with your product. This will help you not only to show your commitment towards quality to your customers, but also to gather information from the market. Step number 4 is get the feedbacks. Don't wait for your customers to come to you. Try instead to chase them. Try to interview your clients and understand whether or not your project has some weaknesses that might be corrected. Also be ready to get negative feedbacks. We are not 100% ready with our product and getting negative opinion at this stage is perfectly normal. This doesn't have to kill our enthusiasm. We have to use these negative feedbacks to work on our targets and on our product to make it more robust. Step number 5 is to store and organize your data. The main purpose of an MVP is to gather information from the market, and you want to make the best use out of this information. Put all the comments in one big database so that you can run a statistical analysis on it. You can also think to use a Pareto chart to identify which comments are the most common, the most relevant, and these are the comments that we will be using to adjust our project. Before going to the last step of this video, if you are interested in product development, take some time to visit our website. At TechDel, we use our experience to support businesses of very different sizes and we use a tailor-made approach to maximize the efficiency and sustainability of the processes. Feel free to contact us on our page if you have any request or even if you have a suggestion for a topic for the next video. The last and most crucial step of our list is to check our production system's readiness. Especially if we are working on an industrial product, whether we are manufacturing it in our garage or we are relying on a third external party, we have to make sure that we have all the materials and tools to manufacture our product, that the production site is capable of reaching the quality targets that we need for our MVP, and especially that we have a distribution line set up. Failing to check these three important steps might end up in delays or a poor quality product that can jeopardize the efficiency of our MVP release. If you've been following our channel, then you know how important it is for me to know what I'm doing and especially why I'm doing it. This applies most certainly to the moment where we open our business's doors to the market. So before investing even more money to manufacture, distribute and market our product, we have to make sure that we know why we are building our MVP, we have a list of features that we want to implement and we know when these features are going to be ready in our development process, we have set up a communication channel with our customers and we are ready to interview them to understand the weaknesses of our project. Then we are ready to use this information to adjust our targets and our project to make it more robust. And finally, we have to check our production system's readiness. Thank you all for your attention. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!